How to grow a small channel on YouTube. What means of driving traffic to an aspiring channel do we have? How do we start? We all start with 0 or 1 subscribers, but how do we move forward from that? How do we gain momentum? First of all, I'm no expert on this. This is not my line of expertise. This is not what I work with. But I've been struggling a bit with YouTube, so I think I can give you a few tips that I have, a few lessons that I've learned over the way so far. And I will start off with my best tip first, so stay with me. There will be channel markers or chapter markers throughout the video, so you can skip to the area that interests you. First, we will talk about shorts. This is my best tip for you. Second, we will talk about setup. How do we set up the channel in the best way? Third, how do we build a community when we do not have access to the community tools in YouTube yet? Fourth, playlists. What can we do with them? How can we work with playlists? Fifth, find your realm. 6, analytics. Work with it. 7, original content. 8, quality. 9, cheap. Work with what you have. There's nothing wrong with that. And then when possible, 10, community tab. And finally, 11, ask. Come back to that at the end, what I mean with that. If we go back to the beginning, shorts, the first section. This is, as I have found, the best way of driving traffic to your channel. When I do a shorts video, that is a 11 to 15 seconds long video in portrait format, I get 10 to 20 times more views on that than I do on a regular video. And that is due to how they are presented and how they are promoted within YouTube mobile. It is intended for the mobile phone, and therefore we need to keep to this aspect ratio, the portrait landscape. Not the landscape, sorry, the portrait format. When you do this, you will get a lot more traffic. These videos, initially for you at least, will probably have the same impact as I had. Also, you will start to get viewers that is not specifically searching for your content. This can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. It can also draw thumbs down, it can draw negative comments, so you have to work with those bits as well. But use shorts, they drive traffic like nothing else when your channel is small. Second chapter, second thing we need to talk about is setup. How do we set up our channel? What can we do? First of all, you need to make your landing page look good. You need to do some basic graphics on it. You need to add some personal information, or at least information about your channel, what its content is, etc. Also, you need to do the callback. You need to activate the callback function within the YouTube system. This opens up for you to do longer videos. It opens up for you to do live streams as well. Without this, you will be very limited and restricted in what you can post on YouTube. Also, add links. You can do whatever links you want to, more or less, on the content pages. These links can be to, if they are to a established social media platform, such as Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, you will get small icons on your channel bar on the side of it. They will be direct buttons to your social media accounts or whatever you want to link to. Think about how private you want to be here. Don't open up areas of your personal life that you do not want to have totally exposed. So if, for instance, your Instagram is just for family only, do not put it here. Instead, keep it professional. Put the content there, the links to the content that you want to talk about instead. And also here you can define your style. Use a visual impact, a visual style that you find appealing to the content you're working with. I have the same type of style on my LinkedIn page as I have on my YouTube landing page. just for instance. Third, community. How do we build a community? How do we get the message out there? Now there's a new video, now I've done this, now I've done that. If we do not have the community tab, since as we know the community tab is unlocked at 1000 subscribers. But already at 100 subscribers there is a few things that we can start to do. We can use cards, we can use end page, we can use a personal link. We get a personalized link to our YouTube channel when we surpass 100 subscribers. Use this one. It will be a lot easier to promote this link than that link. You probably realize what I'm talking about. Use cards, use end pages on your videos. Cards are excellent even from the beginning because you can link to other videos that discuss the same topic as the one that you're currently showing. Also on the end page, link to other videos of your own that is about the same thing. So you keep the viewer in a loop looking at your videos. Another thing to remember here is that the YouTube algorithms promotes longer videos. If you do videos that is just 2, 3, 4 minutes long, they will not rank very high. But if you do videos that is 10 to 15 minutes or even longer, they will be higher ranked. 10 minutes is sort of a magic mark. Try to keep the videos above that if you want to get them ranked up in the search results. Also, we need to mention comments. This is the best way of communicating with your community. Respond to them, work with the comments. This is very good to promote your own channel as well. It also helps your rankings. So, work with the comments. Fourth, playlists. Keep your playlists clean. That is, do not have an exposed playlist where you rant about or have negativisms as a theme, unless that is the theme of your channel, of course. But try to keep it positive, and also keep your personal playlist. My playlists about music that I listen to, I do not expose them, since they do not add value to my channel. At least I don't think so. Instead, I have playlists about the topics that I'm discussing. For instance, if I talk about vintage tech, if I have a video discussing the VIA C3 processor, for instance, it will be linked in my playlist called Vintage Tech. Same with a video about thin PCs. It will also be in the channel playlist of Vintage Tech. 5. Find your realm. This is sort of linked to the previous one. Find a context that you work within. Try to find other content creators that do sort of the same thing as you, that share the same interests as you, and try to start a collaboration. Share each other's links, link to each other's videos. Just try to get into the context. It will also help you to boost your channel. And when you comment on other people's videos, if they can see that you are also a content creator, they know that you understand the struggle that they have been going through when they made that content. And they will most likely be more willing to share their thoughts and ideas with you, rather than a anonymous comment in a section where there is no content backing up a certain statement. If you've been researching a certain topic and you can comment it on another person's video and saying, yeah, I did some work with that as well. I've done some assembler code programming on that CPU. I know about it as well. They will be more likely to respond and reply to your comment if you have already sort of shown your cards, told them what you do. And then we go to analytics, the sixth topic that we need to discuss. Work with the analytics. Check out what did work before, what videos that you've done earlier have drawn attention, what search words are people looking for. If I would be looking at my analytics, I would only be doing videos about the HP 255, a very cheap, simple laptop that my kids have. They have one each, and they are breaking them constantly, and I'm trying to upgrade them and fix them. That drives traffic for me. that is something that people are searching on. So that is something I could work more with myself. 7. Original content. Don't steal. Stealing other people's content and reposting it as your own, or just making a mashup of other people's content is a surefire way of getting a copyright strike and eventually being thrown out of the YouTube community totally. So do your own content. Personally, I think nothing is more irritating and annoying if I click on a video and it turns out that this is just a mashup of 5, 6, 7 other content creators' video that someone has put a robotic or automated voiceover on. It's just, don't do it. It's not worth it. The same with music. When I started doing YouTube videos, my initial thought was, I will use my favorite music. This will be excellent to this and that. It doesn't work that way. You have to watch the Tom Scott video on the card up above, where he talks about how copyright system works. It is not YouTube's fault. It is the copyright system that is in place in real life, in the real world, that sets the limits to what we can do with other people's content. Same goes with reaction channels. There is limits to what you can do there. I will not go into that since I'm not a reaction video creator myself, but keep that in mind. There is limits to what you can do. Try to raise the bar on the quality of the content that you are making. Work with what you have. Try to focus on being not just another one doing the same as everyone else. Instead, try to do it as good as you can. If you are a reaction channel creator, please use YouTube Professional, the paid version, so we don't get to see your ads popping up. It's very annoying when it happens. And in general, YouTube works best if you want to record and recreate content if you have the premium subscription. Just a tip from me. Also, make your own content, work with quality. I have a cheap camera. It's a $100 camera that I use. The most expensive piece of hardware that I have, except for my laptop, is my microphone. It's the most expensive thing that I bought for this. And I use it for video conferencing at work and in private as well, so it's been a good investment. But try to raise the bar on the quality. The video I'm recording on is done with a separate camera, and I'm later mixing it up together. Right now I'm recording video and audio on the camera and on the microphone directly. And later I will mix this up to a final video, sort of ish. Now we need to change battery. So we got the camera back to where it was before. Okay, where were we? Yeah, we were talking about nothing wrong with being cheap. Cheap tools can be useful. I use the HD Movie Maker Pro. It costs a tenner. It's a very cheap program. It has the basic functions, but you can edit, you can cut, you can reorganize, and you can add a voiceover, and you can add music tracks and everything. It's definitely worth a tenner. It's no Final Cut Pro, it's no Lightroom, it's no Adobe program suite, but it costs you nearly nothing. Same goes with capture devices. I have this. It's Elgato Camlink. This is not the cheapest one of them. There are cheaper ones out there, but when I combine it with different adapters, I can do captures from almost any type of systems that I'm encountering as a vintage tech guy. This one, I plug this one in, I can do SCART to an HDMI, and I can record the HDMI signal, and I get a clean, nice 1080p video that I can edit and use. So nothing wrong with finding the cheap tools and use them. Proper lighting also helps. You can never have too much light. Also, if you're like me having glasses, try to avoid getting these very big reflections. Put the light on the side and get some side light instead. It will help. It will definitely help. and use proper mic when possible. Sometimes people forget that you have quite decent cameras and microphones in your cell phones. Sometimes a mobile phone on a tripod can work far better than a cheap and simple webcam solution can do. 10. Community tab. When you surpass 1,000 subscribers, the community tabs open up for you. Here you can do polls and you can do community posts, sort of like an Instagram posting in the YouTube stream of content. This is a very good way of reaching out. The polls especially have been promoted by the YouTube algorithms, so they are being shown high in the default search mode when you're looking at new content. This is something that big content creators have noticed as well, and are using this on a regular basis. So use polls to promote your channel or upcoming posts and videos. Also use the community postings to push out new material. And finally, 11. Ask. What do I mean with that? Ask for subscribers. Don't be afraid to do that. And initially when I started doing this, I sort of told myself I will never ask for subscribers. I will never ask for anything. I will do my thing, and if people likes it, they will view it, and fine with that. But now I'm in the same position as everyone else. I'm about to say now, if you like this content, if you would like to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button down below, and please share, subscribe, what else do they say? Thumbs up, like. Why? Why do we say that? Why is that so common among content creators? Because the more attention your video draws, the higher it will be ranked by the YouTube algorithm. So by pushing the like button, by clicking the share, by subscribing, by pressing the bell icon, we are not just getting the feed to ourselves, we are helping the content creator to get promoted in the algorithms that YouTube uses. And that's about all I had to say today. There is of course more you can say about this type of things. We can talk about the small icon down here, my initials. This is a constantly on the stream, on every video, subscribe button. Use it as well. It's easy to set up, and hopefully it will help you to get a few more subscribers. After all, in the long run, we do this because we want to do it as a hobby. Very few of us is watching this or doing this as a means of support for ourselves. This is a way of getting out there with our hobby. My hobby, my personal interests are vintage tech, and there are many others doing the same. They're doing it far better than I do, but at least I think I can add something by doing my own content, by having my view on things, and trying to channel my experiences and my experience through working with these type of things into hopefully decent content. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, please like, share and subscribe, and see you next time.